created and turned into text too. So once again, I could even come back here. I could select that, or actually, what I would do, I'd go select and this, and I'd say, okay, I select that and I select that. So now what I wrote on top of it, I could group that too, and now that would come out as a picture. So if there was some freehand additions or something else I drug into it later, I could regroup it and save it. And the thing is, it'll be a different piece. So if I add this one to favorites and I go back to the gallery, what you'll see now is I have two. And I was showing the science folks that because I was saying you could pull something up, like we did a plant cell that we pulled from the internet.
Take a picture and then label it.
And then label it, or with the image eraser, because it's visual, it's a JPEG, I could actually erase things, save it that way, edit it permanently, and I could have two of the same thing but with different, maybe parts erased or parts not erased. Or write something on top of it, like you were saying, label it, and then group it together. So I could change that. But you can always access anything you have in your computer through here. Or, like I said, if you have a flash drive that you have other stuff on, or clip art or something like that, you can access it too, because it'll just see it as another drive in there. I was telling them, using the example of like a digital camera. You go out and you take pictures of something, wildlife or something, you come back in, you hook it to your computer, it's a drive, I can pull pictures straight in.
Oh yeah, all that math wildlife.
You can do all you want.
Or something.
I know, I was just kidding.
What's my timeline?
About 4 minutes?
About 3 minutes.
3 minutes, okay.
Just on basics of this, are there particular questions? There's another pin that I didn't show you yet. It's probably the one that's used the least, but it's called the pointer pin. The pointer pin does a lot of the same things as the IntelliPin. Like if I do that, it'll correct it. But what you'll notice is now if I want you to focus on gallery and I do that, what you notice is that one went away. So it's like a laser pointer. I'm pointing here, now I'm pointing here. It doesn't capture. So now if I said, well, that's point at the status indicator, now we're going to point at the toolbar. So it's good to do at the moment, or if you have something up already in the screen in Starboard, it's nice because you can kind of point at something, and then you point at something. Whatever marks you make, when you make the next mark, it's going to go away. So it's not going to be used as much as the other pins, but it's a way to use it. And it's also, if you go into well, it's got to be in an annotation mode because it's a pin. So it's good to use as, like I said, a pointer, but then you don't want the stuff to stay. And anything that you already have on the screen. So now I do this. Now I'll go to pointer pin. Anything else that you've made on the screen with another pin is not going to go away because it was made in something else other than pointer pin. And anything that you made in pointer pin, when you go back to either one of the other pins, it will go away. So it's to be used at the moment.
Ken, I'm going to stop you there because I do want to make one point. With this group in particular, y'all kind of got installed piecemeal. Some people got the Starboards last time, some of you got them this time. It's too late in the school year to worry about the way your room is configured, but when you come back next fall, you're going to have to make a deliberate effort to put your teacher computer, your document camera, and whatever else on the wall that is connected to the Starboard. So wherever your port is that connects you to the ceiling mounted projector is where you're going to have to set up all your equipment. So the way some of you are arranged right now, you've had the tabletop projectors, the laptop, and everything else kind of at the front of the room. You won't be able to do that with the Starboard. So wherever you can find it. If you can't find it, I can show you where your outlet is. So you've got a VGA outlet. Everything, your whole command station will have to go where that wall mount is. So think about that for the new school year. So like your room, I think yours is like at the back where your desk is.
And we're downloading the laptop to the software?
No, you can't, because the thing is, well, you can't see it on here, but like this cable right here,
Oh, okay.
this is what's connecting the Starboard to the computer. So you can't have a laptop here in the center of the floor to be able to connect this.
Okay.
It's all connected through the wall. So keep that in mind.
And one thing I might add, because I see hers is not hooked up that way, you know, if you want to look at something through your Dogger camera, you can just change the input. But another thing you can do too, if you've got the Lumens software, you don't need to have Lumens software open, but just on your computer. If you have it hooked up with a USB cable back to your computer, if you go into our menu and you go into Insert, it's usually under Webcam or Twain. Usually with those, it's Webcam. What you'll see is you'll see your live window, and then all you have to do is hit a capture button, and whatever you saw there will instantly be a page on here. So it's another way of viewing it. But you've got to have USB hooked into it, and the software, the Lumens viewer.
Oh, because you got just relocated.
But the one thing to say is, when you do that, if you're using the Starboard, you're looking to capture things into Starboard that you have, like maybe a notebook open with problems. That's the easiest way to get it all up there quick, is just go into that and do it. Don't open the Lumen software and go into all the little picture squares and everything, because what that's trying to do is that's trying to override.
Right.
That's good for your settings, and if you're just using that by yourself on that. So go into this and then go into Insert, and basically what it's doing is it's under Webcam. It used to be Twain on the older one.